We're here back in the Fantasy Bar Big Wednesday in MLB, and I've got 6 of my favorite plays, including a pitcher I think is $2,000 too cheap. My favorite value play on the slate, a couple expensive bats I want to pay up for, my favorite correlation play, and of course, my favorite play of the night. Who is it? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Wednesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack back here once again with 6 guys fresh off the tap for you on this Wednesday main slate. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and tuning in. Now, a little housekeeping as we always start with. We'll make it quick. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, guys. Helps us out tremendously. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Get notified when these videos are coming out. And for all my sports betting friends out there, make sure you go and check out scoresandodds.com/beer. The link right below the video. Click on it. Check everything out. Get signed up. Weekly, monthly, yearly, whatever you are comfortable with. But sports betting information and analytics for every single sport out there. Premium picks. Tons of information in there, guys. Go and check it out. scoresandodds.com/beer. Now, looking at this slate overall, we could have some weather issues tonight. So make sure you're staying tuned to the latest forecast from Kevin Roth and the RotoGrinders team here. If we have to make any adjustments, we will. But the East Coast certainly looking like some weather could be a problem. So if anything changes, we got to make some adjustments. We will do that in the comment section as well as on Twitter. All right, let's get into the plays here. Going to start with one of those big bats that I want to spend money on tonight, and that's first baseman or second baseman, Max Muncy of the Dodgers. Now, easy play here. Put this guy at second base, leave that first base spot open. Hint, hint, we got somebody coming in the six-pack to put there. But Muncy really swinging a good bat right now. 6 multi-hit games for him over the last 12. Also 2 home runs in just the last 3 games alone. And we know this guy hits righties very well. 280 ISO, that WOBA well over 400 at 430. A very good fastball hitter as well. We're talking big-time numbers here. 448 WOBA and a 397 ISO. On average, going to see that about 51% of the time from Garcia, who also gives up the power mix we want. We talk about it all the time. If you're letting these guys get the ball in the air and they're letting them hit the ball hard, it's going to lead to a lot of home runs here, and that's what we want with Max Muncy. So Garcia, 40% fly ball rate, 38% hard contact rate, 344 WOBA allowed. Has struggled against lefties. Let's take advantage here. Pay that price on Max Muncy to lead us off here in tonight's six-pack. All right, let's balance out some of those costs with some value. In fact, my favorite value play in the slate, outfielder Will Myers of the Padres. So just too cheap, in my opinion. I know Myers hasn't been killing it this season, but the power is certainly still there. 280 ISO against lefties this season, 47% hard contact rate. So still doing what we know he can do best. And at these prices, anytime we get a guy like this at right around $3,000 on DraftKings, helps alleviate some of these other costs with some of these expensive bats we want. So Myers checks a lot of boxes for me here, but it's mainly Lauer on the other side who I really want to take advantage of. 381 WOBA allowed, 2 righties, 47% hard contact rate, and 3.38 home runs per 9. Kind of been an issue for him in the past. Righties have always been an issue for him, and I think they are again here tonight. The Padres, one of the best stacks out there on the night, and Will Myers, my favorite value play on tonight's slate. All right, let's go to the starting pitcher now. I said a guy I think is too cheap. We're going to go with MARQUEZ of the Rockies against the Mets. So 6,700 on DraftKings, an absolute steal here for Marquez. You see that FanDuel price at 8,800. I don't have a problem paying that. So to me, we're really getting a big-time discount here on Marquez. Now let's look at the recent form here. Been very good over the last couple starts. 8 strikeouts in each of his last 2 starts here. 6 or more strikeouts in 6 of his last 8 starts, and one of those starts was against this New York Mets team, who he put up almost 28 DraftKings points against in that start. That game in Coors Field. Now we get a game here in New York. We know Coors Field, obviously a hitter's paradise. Well, now moving this game to New York, what is the upside here for Marquez? Now let's look at the Mets. Punchless team against righties so far this season. Strikeouts, middle of the road. Nothing alarming there. But ISO, 29. WOBA, 27th, and WRC plus 25. And why do we bring those stats up? Because if a team's obviously not putting the ball out of the park, that's good news for Marquez. So I think the strikeouts will be there against this Mets team. That price simply too cheap. Love this spot tonight for Marquez against the New York Mets. All right, back to the bats. Going to spend money here once again at the shortstop position with XANDER Bogaerts of the Red Sox. So Xander, we know, is just going to crush lefties, continuing to do it again this season. Woba over 400, ISO at 235. Another very good fastball hitter, 402 Woba, big 349 ISO, and Smiley loves that pitch. Going to throw that on average 54% of the time to right-handed hitters. And Smiley, it's been a career-long struggle with right-handed bats. 360 Woba allowed, 272 ISO over the last couple seasons. And that mix we want, 45% fly ball rate, 43% hard contact rate. Boston, another good stackable team tonight. Let's hope that weather holds there in Boston. And Xander Bogaerts, my favorite of the bunch here tonight, against Drew Smiley. All right, we're going to stay on the infield here. A guy that's starting to heat up, first baseman Josh Bell of the Nationals. So very slow start for Josh Bell to the season, but we know this guy's a much better hitter than what he's shown, and we know power, the name of the game. But recent form has certainly been there. 5 multi-hit games now over the last 10, 218. The ISO against righties over the last couple seasons. But the pitching matchup is what I really like here. So we're going to look at a couple of Hoffman's different pitches. Primary pitch to lefties is that fastball, 418 Woba, 358 ISO allowed, and also loves to throw the curveball to lefties, 374 Woba, 220 ISO there for Bell against that pitch. So we're talking about 54% on the fastball, 22% on the curveball. It's 66%. It's almost 2/3 of the pitches that he's likely to see here he does very well against. And where do we find this information? Well, some of you already know. Plate IQ in our RotoGrinders premium suite of tools. Invaluable, in my opinion, in your baseball research. But back to Bell. Good pitching matchup here. Hoffman has struggled a little bit with lefties, 367. Woba allowed 41% hard contact rate. Josh Bell, I think, continues to stay hot here. Jump on board before those prices get a chance to catch up here with that recent hot streak. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Wednesday night. But before we do that, we're going to continue our Beast of the Night contest. This is a thank you to you guys for hanging out in the fantasy bar. All you got to do, get below the video in the comment section and guess fantasy points on FanDuel for my highest scoring hitter. Going to give you 5 bats here tonight. All I need is the fantasy points for whoever scores the most. The closest guess will win themselves either a free 3-day pass to RotoGrinders Premium or a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. Let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for Wednesday night. You know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to go the other side of that Washington-Cincinnati game. Love the spot for both of these teams here tonight, but my favorite play on the board, easily outfielder Jesse Winker of Cincinnati, tonight's Beast of the Night. So Winker just been absolutely locked in the power department now. 6 home runs over the last 7 games. That's catapulted him into the top 5 in all of baseball with 13 home runs on the season. Big time numbers against righties, especially that ISO. Big 345 there over the last couple seasons. Woba at 439, so a guy that's had a lot of success against righties along with a 49% hard contact rate. Now Ross has struggled with lefties, as you'd expect. 402 Woba allowed over that same time span. Big 55% hard contact rate. One of the biggest numbers that you're going to see with a guy. It's not a small track record either. This is a lot of at-bats, big sample size here. That's a lot of hard contact. So the Reds, another very stackable team, but Jesse Winker worth every penny in my opinion over on DraftKings, under 6K and under 4K on FanDuel, an absolute steal. Jesse Winker in a smash spot here tonight, making him easily my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll wrap us up for Wednesday night in the fantasy bar. As always, if you have any comments, questions, feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points on FanDuel for my highest scoring hitter for a shot at some RotoGrinders Premium. And guys, if you are a sports bettor, if you're not a sports bettor, you want to get into it, you want to check it out, head over to scoresandodds.com/beard. Take a look at all the information there to help make you a better sports bettor, help make you make better decisions in your sports betting, providing all of the analytical information that you're looking for. Click that link right below the video. Get signed up today for RotoGrinders.com. I am Beer saying salut. Best of luck, NBA folks. We will be back on Friday covering the 3-game slate for the NBA playoffs leading us into the weekend, so stay tuned for that. Baseball folks, we will be back once again next week. Good luck tonight, guys. Have a good one. NBA folks, we'll see you on Friday. Good luck, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist